Hello everyone and welcome to Sharpcrad, where we help you make wiser and smarter study abroad decisions. So if you're someone from a middle class family just like myself planning to study abroad by taking an education loan, I am sure that you're very concerned about this fact: how am I going to repay my loan? And if you are not concerned about this fact, then you should be concerned about this fact. The reason behind that is, just imagine coming back to India with a loan of 50, 60 lakh rupees. It might take you 10, 20, 25 years to pay such a huge amount of loan if you're trying to repay that in India. So in this video, I want to talk about how can you strategize your loan repayment after you finish your higher education in US, UK, Canada, whichever destination that you're going to, what it takes today to be able to repay the education loan. What are the challenges that specifically you are going to face, not the students that have gone before you and not the students who will be going after you. So let's dive into the video with the discussion on all these things. So the very first thing is that whatever the amount of education loan that you're taking, today itself, you should plan to repay that in the post-study work visa period itself. No matter which destination you're going to, you might be going to the UK, you might be going to Canada, you might be going to Australia, maybe Ireland. Each and every destination has certain number of years that they are going to offer as the post-study work visa, right? Your target should be that I have to repay, if not all, at least 70 to 80% of the education loan in that post-study work visa itself. The reason behind that is that, guys, you don't know what happens after those 2 years, right? You don't know if any immigration policy changes. You don't know if you're able to find a sponsorship or not. You don't know if, sponsorships stop altogether. So you should plan the repayment in the period that is assured to you. The post-study work visa period is pretty much assured to you no matter what, right? Now, if you're going to Ireland, you have 2 years of post-study work visa. UK is going to offer you 2 years. If you're going to Canada for a master's, you will have 3 years. If you're going to US, then the OPT would be of approximately 3 years. So your target should be that, okay, I have to repay most amount of my education loan in the post-study work visa period. Now, I want to talk about one challenge that specifically the students who are planning to study in 2024, 2025, and maybe 2026 as well are going to face. What used to happen a few years ago, let's say till 2020 or 2019 or 2021 as well, what used to happen till this time was that there was some actual labor shortage in all the Western countries. US, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, all these countries were actually looking forward to young people working in these economies. Now, over the last few years, the number of people that have migrated to these countries has just skyrocketed. So that labor shortage, while the governments might claim that yes, a labor shortage is actually there, the reality is that no, the job markets have pretty much become saturated. And while this thing was happening, while this labor shortage got saturated and now more or less there are more people looking for jobs than the number of jobs that are available, that is the situation in which most of the Western countries are today, and mostly one of those countries in which you are planning to study at. This is the situation there, that there are more number of job seekers than the number of jobs. Another thing that has happened during this period is that the cost of living has gone up. So pretty much finding a job has become difficult, and the cost of living has gone up. Now, those students who were studying till, let's say, 2020 or 2021, what used to happen with them was that even if they were struggling to find a job, they were still able to save some money from their part-time jobs. They were still able to save some money from their transitionary jobs. Transitionary jobs are basically those jobs that you do while you are looking for proper employment. And they could start repayment of their loan. However, you guys who are planning to study this year, next year, or the next to next year, one specific challenge that you're going to face is, because of the extremely high cost of living, it is going to be very difficult for you to set aside money for education loan repayment if you're someone who is relying on transitionary jobs or just part-time jobs. So the only way to repay your education loan is going to be by finding a field job. Now, this brings me to the core message of this video, which is that in order to pay back your education loan, you will need a field job. If you're going to rely on just menial jobs, I am really sorry that it is going to be really difficult for you to pay back that huge loan because of the cost of living. Whatever you will be learning, you will end up spending 70 to 80% of that just on your survival in that country. Now, how do you get a field job in today's day and age? This is the core message, and I want all of you to focus on this with as much focus as you have. There are three aspects. The first aspect is solid education. The second aspect is exceptional skills. The third aspect is brilliant networking. Out of these three aspects, you need at least 2 out of these 3. If even 1 out of the 2 is missing, it will be very difficult for you to find a job specifically in today's environment. So let's look at these 3 aspects. The first aspect is solid education. Well, this alone is not going to help you today. If you think that, okay, you're going to attend a top university and you will be able to find a job, no. You will have to supplement solid education with exceptional skills or brilliant networking. What do I mean by brilliant networking? Brilliant networking basically means that you have people who can refer you. You have people who can vouch for you. I keep on saying this time and again, supplement your education with networking. Now, if you're not going to a top university, let's say that you're someone who is not going to a topmost university and you're attending an average university. In that case, focus on building exceptional skills and focus on networking. Because you will need at least 2 out of these 3. If even one of the elements is missing, it has become next to impossible to find a field job, specifically in the saturated job market that you're going to witness. So all in all, in order to repay your education loan today, you will need a proper field job that pays you more than what you have invested in your master's degree or what you have invested in your bachelor's degree. And you will have to focus on getting solid education, building exceptional skills, and brilliant networking. Focus on 2 out of these 3, and I am sure that you will be able to land that dream job and you will be able to pay back your education loan comfortably. But a few calculators that I would recommend to you would be that you should just calculate the cost of living in the country that you're going to, and you should calculate it for the most expensive city, because that is the city where most of the job opportunities will be. For example, if you're someone who's going to the UK, there's a great chance that you will either be finding a job in Manchester or Birmingham or London, of course, right? Now look at the cost of living in London, look at the cost of living in Birmingham, look at the cost of living in Manchester, and then try to calculate that, okay, if I am getting an annual salary of £40,000 after I get a job after my master's, I will be getting paid, let's say, £2,800 a month. My cost of living is going to be £1,400 a month minimum, or maybe £1,800 a month, because your lifestyle is also going to improve, and you will be spending more money on your day-to-day life after you get a full-time job as compared to being a student. So you should calculate it now itself that, okay, I will be able to set aside £1,000 to £1,200 per month to repay the loan. So now it is on you that either you increase your income or you bring down your cost of living to increase the spread so that you are able to pay back your education loan in 2 years. So do this calculation now itself before you land in the UK and you realize that, oh, I have a loan of 70 lakh rupees to repay, and you have no pathway on how to do that. So thank you very much. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to watch more content like this, if you want more practical advice like this. And do not forget to book a consultation if you want to speak to me and if you want to work on your study abroad journey with me. So I help students with shortlisting the best universities, getting into those top universities, finally landing in their dream destination, and then guiding them and supporting them in getting their dream jobs by helping them edit their resume, by helping them draft better cover letters, by helping them strategizing on their job search in a personalized way. You can check out the reviews of the different students who have taken my services, and if you want to get in touch, then click on the link given below in the description, book your consultation, and I'm looking forward to seeing you. Thank you very much.